Alright, what's up guys? I'm not going to be doing a review today on a specific product, but I'm going to be comparing different websites and specifically some major brands' used gear websites. A lot of brands will have a section of their website that is specifically for used gear that you can get at discounted prices, and you can even get store credit if you like. There's like a trade-in system. So I'm going to be comparing 4 of those. Those 4 are Patagonia's worn wear, Arc'teryx's rock solid used gear, the REI good and used, and the North Face renewed. So all of these, like I said, they have their pros and cons, so I'm going to go over those and compare them all and tell you guys which one I think is best. Alright, so I rated all of these with 4 different measures. One is like the amount of info that is available to the customer. Because it's used, it's more important than ever to have that information to know exactly what may be wrong with the product and if it's worth buying, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is like your trade. So if you can trade in your used products for like store credit or just for money or what have you, and what kind of products they have available on their website. The third is the number of options, right? We've all been shopping for something, we see a great deal, and then it's like XXL only. Sometimes the websites have this. I'm going to compare that, like how many options, if it's normal sizes, if it's only certain styles. I'm going to go over all of that. And last is price. What can you expect from each one of these? To what discounts can you expect, right? What percent off of the MSRP can you expect? So yeah, let's jump into it. All right, so first is Patagonia's worn wear. They have 2 sections of their website that I'm going to go over. First is their normal used gear website. They sell men's clothing, women's clothing, and like bags and packs. So first let's go through the info provided. Wornwear provides a lot of great information. The pictures, I believe, are the exact pictures of the product that you will be receiving, and they provide information on any scuffs or areas of wear, and just all around really good information. So I give that 5 stars. For the trade-in options with wornwear, you can trade in your own used gear and get back store credit. And they have a really good spreadsheet available that shows what items, like what you can expect to get with certain items, and it ranges anywhere from $10 to $100. So that's really awesome if you have a bunch of used gear that you want to get rid of. Yeah, maybe your kids' gear that they grew out of. If you're buying your children Patagonia gear, go for it. Okay, third is the options. This is their weakest point for this website. They do not have all of the normal sizes and styles available. They're very limited styles, and the sizes you can find your the normal, like small to medium and large. But you're going to find more extra larges and extra smalls than your standard sizes. So that's kind of a pain. But they do have a decent discount. You can expect, I took like a ton of different samples of just random products throughout their website, and I averaged all those, and you have a 46% average discount from the MSRP on the products on this website. I'm not saying that is the actual average across the entire website, but that's what I calculated just from a random sampling. And that ranged anywhere from 26 to 55% off, so you can actually find more than that. Arc'teryx's rock solid. That's what they call their used gear website. And the info provided, similar to wornwear, is very, very good. They have any information on like the areas of wear, basically all the information that you would need. And also, like the Patagonia one, they have a trade-in instead of like a different like tiers of how much you're going to get back, they've said you're going to get 20% back the MSRP on that product, right? So what that product originally sold for, you're going to get 20% of that back to in-store credit and a gift card, right? They have a really good variety here. They have a wide range of styles, and they have like almost all of their products on there, and in normal sizes. That's the key. So that's all you really need to know. I think out of this one, this was one of the best ones as far as options goes. Their average price discount was 48%. Overall, very similar to the Patagonia, except you have more options than you do with the worn wear. Okay, next up on the list is the Good and Used by REI. So REI, as far as their info goes, usually they have really good information. You can see that they list a lot of information, again, like the other ones, about the like scuff marks or areas of wear. But then I found that they only do that on some of them. On other ones, it just simply says used, right? So that I gave them 4 stars on that, because usually they had good information, but some of the products didn't really say anything but that it was used, which is obvious because it's a used gear site. They unfortunately do not have trade-in credit or any trade-in programs. The items that you're going to find on this website are purely returned items, right? So some of them, if REI deemed them not resellable for full price, then they will probably put it into this website to be sold at a discounted rate. So unfortunately, you can't get any store credit there. Options, I'm going to give it 5 stars. They have tons of options, tons of varieties. They not only do they have clothing, but they have other gear, sleeping bags, tons of stuff, everything that you could find. Another great thing about this is that they aren't limited to the REI brand only. They sell used gear across many brands and many name brands. So that's very, very nice. And as far as the price goes and the overall discount, the average was 45%. So pretty much the same. They're all kind of the same discount, which is good, and it's a good discount, right? That ranged anywhere from 25 to 59% off across their website. Lastly is the North Face Renewed website. This website is the worst website as far as information provided goes. They don't really tell you how it is, right? They do go into the details on how they process the items on this website. They gather the gear. It's almost all or is all textiles, so clothing. They'll wash it. And they'll do any necessary repairs, which tells me that some of these items have been more worn if they are having to repair it. And then they'll do a quality check. I don't know how good that quality check is. I've actually never purchased from this one, but they just don't really provide information. I wish they could tell you more detailed about what you're specifically going to get and if there's any downsides to that purchase, right? So that I gave 3 stars. The North Face, similar to the REI website, they do not do any trade-ins or store credit of any kind. All of these items are returned or defective items. So some of them could be used, some of them could just be slightly defective, like right off of manufacturing, and thus get discounted. So, and as far as options, it was pretty good. Sometimes with some styles you could only find large sizes or the uncommon sizes, and with other styles it was pretty much normal. So I gave that 4 stars on the available options. And lastly, the North Face has the best average discount, barely by 50%. They actually just do a 50% across the board. So every product that you'll find on there is half off. I could be wrong in that, but every single thing I saw was half off there. So there's a chance that they could do a different discount, but like I said, everything I saw was half off. So that's what you can expect out of the North Face Renewed website. So overall, I would actually say that the best one is the Arc'teryx Rock Solid used gear. And this is great because Arc'teryx gear, I love Arc'teryx gear. It's super high quality, but it is very expensive. So if you can get it at almost half off, like, they actually become reasonable prices, and you're getting good products, right? Number 2, I would have to say the REI, just because of the variety. That is the big strength of this one, is that the variety trumps all of the other ones. There's so many different styles and brands and sizes that you just have tons more options. So in last place, I can't decide in between which is the worst out of Patagonia and the North Face. I'd probably say North Face is last, although they do have great discounts. You just don't really know what you're getting, and they don't have tons of great options, where the Patagonia one also doesn't have tons of great options, but you at least really know what you're getting. Alright guys, thanks for watching if you've made it this far, and yeah, feel free to subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram. I post weekly gear innovations there, new stuff that's coming out, new stuff in gear news, and a lot of just photos that I take out on my adventures, and basically everything you can think of that's gear related. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.